Good morning. We are here to explore how to book on the website, just to make it a little bit easier for you, give you a step-by-step guide so you can kind of see and get a feel for what is located where and how you can easily access your account information. There is an app associated with my website. If you see up here in the little toolbar up here, offering tree, if you look that up in your app store, whether you have an Apple iPhone type of deal or if you have an Android, you can look for it in the App Store and it'll be under offering tree. And so once you download Offering Tree as an app, you can search for Soma Psyche Soul and find my business via that way. But there's actually another option you can do as well. If you use your browser on your phone to go directly to the website, Soma Psyche Soul, you can actually connect to the website and create a home screen from the website. So if you, at least for iPhone, I know if you go down to the bottom little bar that pops up when you're on a website, there's a little box with an arrow, and if you click on that box and you scroll down, you'll find something that says add to home screen. So you'll see a whole list of things like add a bookmark, add to favorites, find on page. So you can just scroll down so you find add to home screen and you can click that button. And what that will do is it'll pop up and populate a little logo square and a name title for it. And then you add it to the home screen and it becomes just an easy to tap little icon on your home screen that'll take you right to my website for your booking. And then once you have that settled, then you know, like it's super easy peasy. You can find it, you can log in, you can connect to your account, you can see what appointments you have coming up. So over here we have the little login button. So when you click on that, it'll have you enter your email that you signed up with and your password. I'm going to pretend like I don't even have an account yet, just to kind of walk through this and show you what to expect here. So the home page, I've made it as easy as possible, but also want to be able to introduce people to me and to my work. So real quick, I have the work with me button. Click this button if you're just wanting to just zoom right to scheduling, right? That's what this is for. So you can just skip all the other stuff. You already know me, you've been working with me. Just click that button and it'll take you right to my scheduling information for appointments. If you scroll down here, I've got other information. So I know a lot of my regular clients actually, they have standing appointments. They don't even have to go to the website. They have me book them out for months in advance. And if that's you, if that's something that you want to do to stay consistent, I can absolutely do that for you. Just let me know. But for some people, it's their first time meeting me, so they might want to book a call, talk to me first, see how the somatic style work is different and how that might help them, or what session would be best for them, because a lot of people have that question. Really, ideally, the doorway of working with me, especially if you're looking for somatic work, is the integrative somatic reset therapy session. I know that's a mouthful. It is a blend of multiple different avenues of working with the body and mind. So this session is a whole 2-hour session where we work together in a way that creates a holistic style support. And this really taps into, that body-mind connection. How is stress affecting your body? How is trauma affecting your body? What are the chains of tension that is occurring? What's the recurring patterns that you're experiencing? And what movements would best be helpful? What somatic practices, mindfulness practices, would be most beneficial, nervous system regulation practices. We work through all of that as part of the assessment. We work through maybe some specific yoga poses to help you access those areas of the body and bring things online that maybe you've disconnected from. We check for something called sensory motor amnesia. So sensory motor amnesia is something that develops when the body has held a contracted state for a long time. So think of that chronic tension that maybe you're carrying And chances are your brain now thinks that that's the normal resting state for the muscle. So we do some specific somatic-based work. This is based on Jena somatics, where we practice pandiculation and we search for that sensory motor amnesia, which is something that causes like a stuttering or um, like I like to use the word janky. It creates a janky kind of release where the muscle actually kind of stutters when you're trying to get it to release. And so we look for that because that's going to let us know, okay, yeah, there has definitely been a disconnect between the brain and the muscle, and we need to reestablish that connection. And we need to help the brain and muscle reconnect and learn the proper resting length so you're not staying in that contracted state and staying in that chronic tension. So this is where the magic really happens when I work with people doing this. They get this look of amazement on their face because the practices are super simple. They're really easy to do. And the way that it works, the way that it changes the way the body is holding itself is really amazing. So it amazes everyone when we go through this work. And I've had people, sometimes I do this while they're on the table and we go through these practices and they will sit up from the table and just look at me and be like, that was magic. What is happening? What are you doing? Um, I love it. It makes me giggle, but it is really amazing work. Somatic work has definitely been an absolute game changer for the way that I approach the body. And I highly, highly recommend it, especially if you're tired of going for weekly deep tissue sessions that end up being torture sessions. You don't have to be tortured to get relief. That's the thing. Most people think that deeper is better, no pain, no gain mindset, when really the body works opposite to that. Every time you're going for that deep tissue work that's causing bracing, you're actually reinforcing the tension patterns and it's keeping you in that cycle even longer. So I highly suggest trying something different. This is the session that I would say I am most known for. I'm the only one that does this style work. So I highly recommend giving this a try and seeing how it works for you. I include, like I said, there's some somatic coaching practices too, but it is all dependent on the person in front of me, what they're working with, and how I can best serve them. So the blend of how that session comes together is unique for everyone. So I offer all kinds of different sessions here, from massage and body work to yoga and meditation to workshops and courses. You'll find things on my website that are applicable to other licensed professionals and things applicable to you as a client. So it really just depends on what you're looking for. I've included some testimonials and yeah, that's really the homepage. So I try not to cram it with too much stuff. Of course, the disclaimer, we are wellness education based. We do not offer medical diagnoses or psychotherapy or prescriptions. I am a licensed massage and bodywork therapist. And under that, I am also licensed as a somatic practitioner. So that is the homepage. If you click on massage and bodywork, it takes you right to the landing page for all of my sessions. Again, here there's a quick book button. So you can just click that button to take you right to the booking part if you want to skip through all of this. Again, here's my integrative reset session. I always put that first because, like I said, that is really the doorway of working with me. If you want to work with me in somatic work, this session gives us a whole view. So if you know you're someone with a complicated kind of history, maybe holding a lot of trauma, holding a lot of chronic tension, this is going to be the session that really helps us begin to unpack the treatment plan of working together so that you get the greatest benefit. So I highly recommend starting there. If you're someone that has a lot of mind-body centered practices already in your toolbox, then you might can just jump ahead and just schedule the somatic reset body work and skip that part. Some people do schedule the consultation call, so I offer that again here because I'm here to support you. A lot of people question, what sessions should I book? And we're going to get into that too. So hopefully that I answer that for you as well. So a little bit about what happens in those somatic sessions, and then the list of different services that I offer. So I've been a massage therapist for over 20 years, almost 25 years now, and I've run the gamut between, the more energy healing woo side of this work and also the medical clinical side of this work. And my practices fall in between. I bring both of that together into a cohesive style of work and more of a holistic approach. So I've always been about that holistic approach to the body. Um, those of you that have been with me for many years, like I used to have a huge holistic spa in Jacksonville. I've always been focused on this holistic style of body work, and that to me is where you find the magic, right? If you just work strictly with clinical, you miss the components of the protective holding mechanisms that come on board when trauma has been introduced to the body. And so if you're just working with clinical techniques, you miss that mind-body connection where the neural patterns are actually holding that contraction because you're just focused on the physical technique. If you work too much on the woo side and you're just doing energy work, yes, you'll get some relief through that mind-body connection, but you're missing that physical component of touch that's needed to help those muscles. So I kind of merge them both, right? So that's my specialty. That's what I do. That's what I learned very early on in my career, and actually specializing and working with those that have been in motor vehicle accidents. So early on in my career, I really specialized in clinical style massage. I was working with chiropractors and referral systems for those that were in car accidents to help them kind of rehab what was going on in their body after the accidents. And what I found was it didn't matter how much clinical skill you had if you missed that component of that protective guarding aspect coming on board in the body, and that mind connection, that mindset of being stuck in that loop of protecting and guarding with the muscle. No amount of clinical style work is going to address that. You have to have an element of that emotional mind-body connection as part of your practice to really reset that part. So this is where somatic reset was really born, in understanding that. And then continuing through education and somatics and understanding more of that somatic neuromuscular connection to be able to work with the body to release that style of tension. So somatic reset body work, it combines both this somatic neuromuscular work along with somatic mind body style practices where you might be guided on that inner journey to sense, feel what is happening in different areas of the body. This is really good for people that feel really disconnected from their body. If you have a hard time isolating like a certain muscle, right, there's a disconnect there. And so this can help you be more connected to your body, release what is being held from a different perspective, a different way. It's not just me doing work on the body, it's us working together to release what is going on in the body. It is really my favorite style of work, and if it was up to me, it would be the only session that I offer. But I have some others. So I still offer therapeutic massage as an hour session or a 90-minute session. And in the therapeutic massage, I weave together all of the tools that I've picked up along the way when it comes to doing more traditional style massage work. This can include cupping with silicone gliding cups, with stationary cups, with the vacuum cupping. This can include gua sha. This can include hot stones, heat packs, deep tissue work, or just integrative therapeutic work. This is the style of therapeutic massage. I also have shamanic Reiki massage. So if you're interested in more of blending energy work and massage, you'll find this one to be more relaxation focused, whereas the therapeutic massage is going to be more about working on something specific physically that you've got going on. Shamanic Reiki massage is going to be that one that really helps you to reach a level of relaxation that you typically don't in a regular massage. So, and with this, I'm working on more of the mental, emotional body focusing on that energy balancing within the system, working on balancing that masculine feminine energy or that yin yang energy in the body through acupressure, through still points, through cranial sacral, through holding specific areas, and of course, channeling that Reiki energy. It could be weaving in more of the shamanic elements. We might be doing an energy cleansing. We might be doing an energy infusion. We might be doing psychic surgery. Like there's so many different aspects of that as well. Again, as an energy practitioner that's been doing energy work for over 25 years, I've learned a lot of skills in the realm of working with energy and the body. We are made of energy. There's so everything around us holds energy. Like that is an integrative part of what makes us be. So it definitely plays a part in holistic healing. Then I have Bowen body work. If you're not familiar with Bowen, it's a very different style of body work. It is not a traditional style massage. You don't find that kind of rubbing style of massage. It is a strumming style motion, and it is done over certain points in the body, so it's very specific. But it is highly relaxing. It does help to kind of reset the nervous system and get you into that nice, gentle, relaxed state. It also works beyond the session. So there's this magic that happens with Bowen too, where through talking with the nervous system by the strumming motion over different areas of the body, it's sending a signal to the nervous system to pay attention to those areas, and it begins this unraveling process. And that unraveling process can last for about 3 days after the session, where you might notice the body moving different. You might notice different areas that are actually more tense or more painful that you didn't notice before, because it's taking you back to unravel the patterns that got set. And so you're noticing the beginnings and you're noticing what needs to be done to help to bring balance back to the body. It is a fascinating style of work. I was so amazed by it when I learned it. I immediately knew it was something that I wanted to dive into and learn the next level, the advanced level, and to teach it. So that's what I do. I jumped right in and jumped into that advanced level, jumped into becoming a teacher of Bowen, and I've been sharing that with other licensed professionals as well. Also baby Bowen. So I've had the pleasure of working with a local friend and working with infants that have some really deep contractile states in the body that is preventing them from eating correctly, latching correctly. And Bowen made a significant difference in the baby's ability to relax and reset the muscles so that they could latch. I found that absolutely amazing. It always amazes me when I get to do this work and see immediate results that are measurable, that can be seen. So that's also something to consider if you have an infant that maybe is colicky or you notice has a certain constriction pattern happening in the body, like always curling to one side or favoring one side. Bowen is a really gentle approach that can be done even on infants. Cranial sacral therapy. I love cranial sacral therapy. It is such a gentle yet powerful modality, and it is one that I often weave into my sessions. So whether you're getting a therapeutic massage or a shamanic Reiki massage or even the somatic work, I weave some of the elements from cranial sacral therapy because it is so powerful. But I also offer it as a whole separate session. So the session is going to really be focused just on craniosacral work. And yes, you can definitely do even a whole 2 hours just doing craniosacral. I offer it as a 1 hour session because I'm introducing it still to those in this area, those that work with me. But yeah, it is definitely a very powerful tool that resets things in the body that you don't even realize are off, right? There's this move that we do with the sphenoid bone that sits in this area of the face, just under the bridge of the nose. And when we work with that area, it creates such an openness, such an expansive kind of feeling that it's known to even help those with ADD, ADHD be able to focus a little better. It brings everything back to that center point. Like there are such powerful tools and techniques within cranial sacral work that has such profound results. So I just wanted to share that as well if you're not familiar. Barefoot body work, I was offering this. I actually have tendonitis in my foot, so I'm no longer taking bookings for that. So it might come back, it might not. I'm not sure. I'm gonna wait and see how this tendonitis in my foot turns out. All right, so here again, a booking button so that you can book your session. And this way you can just jump right into the booking. If you click on any one of these book now buttons here, it's also going to take you to booking. So that's the booking page. Now you'll notice there's a whole lot of other pages as well. So we've got Somatic Reset, the Soul-Wise Somatic Reset. This is going to be the coaching work. So if you want to work with me online, these sessions are primarily held online. In this work, I'm guiding you through some mindful movement practices, some breath work practices. We're working on what is best supportive for your nervous system. At that time, we're talking about, the active states of when you're maybe feeling into overwhelm or super stressed out and what that looks like for you and the best practices to do in those moments, as well as the best practices to do to help strengthen your resiliency and knowing what channels are the loudest for you when you're in those states. So this session really guides how to work with your own nervous system states. It is tailored to you. We do this through breath, through movement, through guided practice, and I do this all online. So you don't need to come into the office. If you don't live around here, but you've been following me and you like the work that I do, you can still book with me because this is online. If you're here and you're local and you want to do this session in person, just reach out and I'll get it booked for you at a time that I am available in the office. But otherwise, these sessions resort to online. And if it's online, that means I'm not coming into the office. So make sure that you pay attention to that part. If you do want it in person, just reach out and let me know, and I will schedule it for you during the day that I am in the office. So with this, I do offer a package. So you can get this package here. That is a 3-month package. So that gives us about 6 sessions total. It's deeply discounted right now. So I highly recommend signing up for it if you've been thinking about doing it. But it does expire within 3 months. So once you buy this, you have 3 months to use it or it expires. The integrative somatic reset therapy, again, if you're looking for the coaching work and hands-on, this is going to be the session that you want to do. This is that introductory session. That is a 2-hour session that includes this style work with the body work. And then just some more questions and answers so that you have some more information if you're looking for what you want. But if you are still curious about this, you can book your consultation with me, and consultation calls are absolutely free. I just request that if you schedule the call, that you show up to the call. If you do not show up for those consultation calls, I do require prepayment for any bookings, because that to me is a sign of not showing up for your session. So please honor that time that you schedule. I make sure that I am free and available to talk to you, and it is really important that you honor that. All right, memberships and practices, or memberships and packages. So I have a monthly self-care membership, $99. This includes a 60-minute massage. So if we click on that, we can see more. It renews every month. And it just is a way to be able to ensure that you're getting your monthly self-care. So if you sign up for this membership, it's $99. You get one 60-minute massage and one yoga class per month. And so once you sign up, it's a minimum of 3 months. So for the next 3 months, you've got a massage and a yoga class. This is a great way to keep yourself accountable if you know you struggle with that. And that is why I tailored it that way, so that this way you can be sure that you are getting the work that you need and you can make that commitment to yourself. I also offer the Somatic Wellness package. So this package includes an hour and a half somatic bodywork session and one somatic yoga class a month. So this would regularly be priced at $170 a month. When you sign up for the package, which renews every month, it's $145. So that is really a huge saving. Um, I highly recommend doing that if you know you're serious about doing somatic work. This is a great way to save money in doing that. And it's like you get another additional yoga class for free that month with the money that you save. So if you know that you're going to be coming for that, that is a great package to do. Next is continuing education. And this only pertains to you if you are another licensed massage therapist or if you are a yoga instructor that needs continuing education hours. I am approved. I need to update this to include that approval as a CE provider for yoga teachers as well. So I do teach other massage therapists somatic-based work because I love it so much, because I recognize the value in it. And I think more therapists need to be trained in somatic work. It's a completely different way of approaching the body that I think is far more beneficial than what is out there. Um, so I have trauma-informed practitioner training. I train others in somatic reset body work. I train others in the Bowen therapy, practitioner presence and boundaries. And I also offer mentorships to other massage therapists. I also teach the intro to somatic reset and yoga for self-care for body workers. And that also counts as continuing education for yoga teachers as well. I also host retreats. So I have coastal CE retreats for professionals as well, so they can come and learn retreat style. I also offer different events and classes as well. So here you'll see there's no more tab at the top, so you got to back out of here and come back to the main page. All right, so more. There's schedule. So if you come to schedule, this is going to be the event schedule. So this is not, the individual sessions. This is events. This is where you'll find yoga classes. This is where you'll find different workshops and events. So I have the Somatic Reset Yoga for Self-Care, which is a CE course coming up. It's also open to the public. This is where you'll find the Somatic Reset Yoga classes, my beach yoga classes, the Goddess Yoga Sisterhood Circle. So I hold that once a month. Yeah, so this is where you'll find all of those classes and information for different workshops that I'm hosting. Coastal CE Retreat, that's the retreat coming up for online professionals. The same with the Reboot, Reset, Restore Mountain Retreat. It's another retreat that I'm offering this fall that is for licensed body workers as well. So that probably doesn't pertain to you. But the online trainings, this is where I now host all of the online courses that I offer. So I used to have a separate website for the Shamanic Reiki School. I've moved all of that information here. So I do run all of these programs as well. I have them as standalone courses that you can purchase and work through at your own time. So if you're interested in learning Shamanic Reiki, you have all 3 levels available here to sign up for, as well as additional classes. So I have all kinds of other classes as well that you can sign up for too. Somatics and nervous system care. So I have a donation-based class that is a replay of a master class that I offered on Unravel, Reclaim Your Truth. It's a class about your nervous system and mapping your nervous system to understand it better. Trauma-informed care. So I offer this class online for wellness practitioners. If you're a Reiki teacher and you want to be able to offer trauma-informed sessions, this gives you access to the same teachings that I teach licensed professionals. Exploring Yoga Nidra. This is a new workshop that I just did. So I recently did a case study. And in that process, I created this course for other people to be able to experience different styles of Yoga Nidra, finding one that works for them and having access to those recordings. Yeah, so this is where you find those standalone courses. Coming up, I'll also be offering some of the movement-based, somatic movement-based courses or classes, video classes that you'll be able to have access to as well to support your therapeutic journey and wellness journey of getting back into feeling better in your body, because that is super important. So that's it. That's how you navigate the website. When you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see offerings and schedule. Schedule, this is so confusing. It doesn't allow me to change the wording on this. So schedule is going to be the schedule of events. Offerings is the session. So if you click on offerings, it takes you to that list of offerings, which is a list of all different sessions that I offer that you can book. So when you click on this list, you see even more than you get when you go to the web page. So here you'll also find the Mind Abdominal Massage and Healing. So this is a specialized appointment as well. The abdominal massage is so amazing, especially if you're someone that experiences a lot of reproductive issues, a lot of stomach issues. But what I also find is in somatic work, so many people are bracing that abdominal area that once we start working in there, they start recognizing all of these things that begin to rise to the surface. So it's very supportive in somatic healing as well. Prenatal and postnatal massage. So this specializes in working with all stages of pregnancy, even the first trimester. If you would like a massage, I am specially certified to be able to offer massages through all stages of pregnancy and including postnatal care. I even studied rebozo massage and closing the bone ceremony to be able to offer as special packages for those that are seeking that style of support and healing after birth, which can be such a powerful experience. So that is also available. But yeah, so that is also another way of accessing the list of services that you can book. So just remember, it's under offerings. This is what I offer. These are the sessions that I offer, and schedule is for scheduling events. If you want to get on the email list, you can add that here. There are different ways. Get connected also will populate that box to come back up where you can add your name and email address to stay in the loop of what I'm offering. And that is it, my friends. So again, you can go to Offering Tree, one word, search for that in your app store and download Offering Tree as an app, and then search for Soma Psyche Soul in there, and you can find me that way. Or you can utilize your browser on your phone and open the page for somapsychesoul.com and say you want to bookmark this page. Then open this page up, click on the offerings, open this page up, and then go to that little tab at the bottom of the screen and click on that little box with the arrow that populates that list of things to come up, whether you want to share it or create a bookmark or favorite it, and scroll to add to home screen and let it populate. The little icon here is a spiral, so that should be what populates on your screen, and that's how it will show up as an icon on your homepage, will be this little spiral here. And that's going to take you right to the booking page, and it just saves it for you as if it's an app on your phone, which is an easy way to stay connected and make sure it makes it super easy for you to book. Then all you have to do is come to this page and book now and log in with the same email that you've logged in with. All right, that sums it up. And I hope that you find this helpful and that it makes it easier for you to book with me and maybe understand a little bit more of the work that I'm doing here. All right, guys, talk to you later.